Oliver Deeming, you are head groundsman with FC Copenhagen and Parken. You've been with the club for a year and 3 months, so it's a bit late to say welcome, but it's the first time we really talk, so welcome. First of all, can you give us a status to the pitches in Parken and number T?
Yeah, so at the moment we're in a better position than we have been since the start of the year. Spring has been slow, but we are seeing a big improvement in the pitches. So considering the usage we have at the training ground, training pretty much every day, we're starting to see a big improvement. Not where we 100% want them to be, but with time they will get to where we want them.
And what you're not saying that I will say for you is that the pitches are probably looking better than ever. Why is that?
A lot of hours, a lot of hard work from me and my staff, and the big thing is just making sure we're doing stuff at the right time. And doing the thing at the right time is what gives us the results that you can see.
The teams and guys before you have been struggling, so what are you doing different now?
I think again it's just utilising the equipment you have, ensuring that it's doing exactly what you want it, and also managing, and working with the team, explaining to them why we're doing certain practices, why we put them in certain areas. The big thing for me is we put pitch protection maps in place for training sessions and also in Parken. This helps us move the team around in different areas to make sure we can protect areas, and I think that's one of the big things that's helped us with the pitches.
So they work with you. How about away teams? Are they collaborating as well?
In general, actually they do, but the hardest thing is keeping them out of the goal areas. So that's my biggest challenge.
As I said, you've been with Parken and FC Copenhagen for about 15 months. How has this period been for you? It's
been brilliant. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a big challenge, and I was expecting a big challenge when I came here, but that was kind of what excited me to come here. But it's been made a much smoother transition, with thanks to the club, especially my boss Kim Stensborg, has really helped me settle into Danish life. And yeah, everyone's just been fantastic, which makes it a lot easier.
Challenges, you say, and no wonder, because we've seen how the pitches have looked in periods over the year. But what have the challenges been for you?
Biggest challenge, I would say, first of all, is usage. Because of the way the Superliga works, you have a lot of games condensed into a shorter period, but you do get the winter break. But growing grass in the middle of winter is a very difficult thing to do. So it's been a big learning curve for me to try and figure out how the best way to do that in Parken and also at the training ground. The other big issue we have is the roof, so that actually blocks a lot of natural rainfall for us in this far end. So what we've done is we've tried to figure out how we can make sure that area is as good as possible, and we've installed an acid injection system for our water to make it more acidic, which is actually really helping that bottom end.
Yeah, no, it's no secret that end is my favorite end as a photographer, but I guess as a greenkeeper it's not that nice to not have really no rain down there.
No, it's difficult, it's very difficult, and because it gets a lot of sunlight as well, especially this time of year, we're constantly watering, so it's a big challenge.
Oliver, we were waiting just 5 minutes for you when we came, and a co-worker of yours reminded us that you were awarded Best Colleague and Best Employee of the Year. So not only do you like being here, people really like you?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be recognised. A big thing I say to a lot of people is it's great to be recognised individually, but actually a big part of that is due to my guys that helped me out here. So as much as it is an individual award on paper, for me it's a big team award to show and reflect what we've achieved over the last year.
Yeah, because I guess all your colleagues, they have to hear about the pitches from everyone, national players down to friends and family and stuff.
Yeah, everyone has an opinion. That's the biggest thing I've learned. But the main thing for me is if we can keep consistency in here and keep everyone happy, then we're doing our job.
Just before you came, or about 2 years ago, they had a major renovation here, half a meter or so down. They put down water tanks and stuff like that. All of that, is that working?
Yeah, it's all working fine. Yeah. So it's a massive upgrade which the club needed. The missing layer was sorting out the top, and I feel like we've actually figured that out now, and to make it all worth the while.
And then I guess one of your big exams were last summer. After I guess 5 or 6 concerts, you had to change the grass that was planned. But how did that go?
Yeah, it went well, and the biggest challenge was to grow a pitch in Denmark, which we've been able to do. So in terms of sustainability and location, it's a big box ticked. But in general, as you can see, it's still performing and it's played well all season. So the club are happy, and I'm also happy with the progression.
Yeah, I guess nobody notices this on Sunday, but it's Danish grass now. Before that, I guess it's been from Italy and Spain over the years, but now it's from Skive, I guess. What's the difference?
So the difference actually is the type of grass that we use. So because the old turf was grown in Italy, they used grass species that were more tolerant to the heat, whereas over here the climate's very different. So we've used a grass species that's more tolerant to the colder climates, same as what we use in the UK. So it's called perennial ryegrass. So that's what helps us withstand the colder climate.
And I guess that's a no-brainer, getting grass from the area you're in. But is it hard to get enough Danish grass, or what has been the reason for not doing that before?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'm going to guess it's to do with suppliers and stuff like that. Hybrid turf in Denmark isn't the biggest industry, and there aren't many companies in Denmark, if any, that can actually produce that. But in terms of the actual grass itself, we're very fortunate that the company we buy from, DLF, they actually produce the grass in Denmark, grow it in Denmark. So again, it's sourced close to home.
I didn't plan to ask about this, but now we're nerding a bit about the grass, so I might as well also ask you. You mentioned hybrid. How many percentage is plast, and what is the grass composed of?
Yeah, so it's a 5% artificial, 95% grass, and it's an artificial mat similar to what we're standing on here. But instead of infilling it with rubber, it's actually infilled with sand. Normally the pile height is 55 millimeters, and then you fill it about 35 to 37 millimeters of sand. And then once that's filled in and the fibers are stood up, we then seed it and then let it grow.
Great, and it's working. I can see that. Oliver, you've mentioned your colleagues or your staff a couple of times. How big a team are you working with this? Because we have to say this is not you alone.
No, so actually in terms of FC Co staff, there's 3 of us. So there's myself, then I have Callum, who's mainly based at the training centre, and then we also have Andreas, who works between the 2 sites. But we also work with Green Pitches, who supply us with staff when we need them to fill in the gaps.
Yeah, because after the games or in the training ground, sometimes we see 3, 4, 5 people at a time. They're from outside?
Yeah. So any extra people are from the outside. So without those guys as well, we wouldn't be able to produce what we're producing.
And then I have to touch a sore spot, because in Denmark we have this competition going all year that the captains of the teams, after every match, they asked about the pitch they've been playing on away matches. And somebody actually wrote a column for us that will come out soon about why we are not winning in Parken, and for obvious reasons they haven't won the years before. But this last time you got 4.25 out of 5, which is quite good, and I think you're in number 5 at the moment. So in the summertime, when the competition is over, what do you think?
I mean, I'd love to be number 1. I think, it'd be amazing. But it's hard to say because you don't know what the players actually judge it on. So from our point of view, we feel like we do the best we can, but some players might not like it. So, but it'll be interesting. I hope we can be number 1.
But it's a huge improvement. Last year, Parken came in from the bottom, number 3, just over the 2 artificial pitches in the Superliga. So it's a huge improvement. Thank you so much, Oliver, for talking to us, and congratulations on the great work that you and your team are doing.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thanks.
Hej. Unibet har givet dig de høje odds mere end 25 år. Vi er med her, når kampen spilles. Så spil hos Unibet og få de høje odds!